fall wind's warm outside. I guess they're right, this place is changing. Another year at home with a brand new stove. I think we're better off this time. There were times I thought that I was useless, other times just trying to keep it alive. Well, it's been right. Now, can't you see, you and I in poetry, we're both just finding our words. But there's nothing to say. Take my hand and we'll find a way. Well, I know that sounds absurd. As we careen off into the distance, there's only one thing I know to be true. I'm scared of losing you. Darling, who knows how the dice will land on time? Sure, I'll just work it out. So we got no control. Come on, baby, let's open the door and we'll work it out. Whatever happens, this thing ends. You and me and a bunch of friends, maybe a dog or two. We could go start a whole new life, move to the desert or the countryside. Well, my home is with you. You're the piece that holds the whole thing together. Ain't made nothing that's tough enough to beat my love, babe. To beat my love. To beat my love, babe. To beat my love.
I'll do the appropriate amount of kick-ass shit for the moment, which is as much as I can do most of the time. Hello, friends. Tyler Stuckey in your TV again.
Woke up in a missing sleep, stole a melody and borrowed beat. I wasted time so easily, just like I did before. A locomotive running through my brain. I lost my train of thought chasing fame. Now I'm wondering will there be a day when it don't hurt no more. I drove from north to south to find my friends, said hi and went back again, pretending I was riding the wind when I was sleeping on the floor. All of this to try and understand. I bought a guitar and I started a band. Won't somebody please tell me when it ain't gonna hurt no more. Bust my knuckles and I grit my teeth. I talk to Buddha and I try to believe that pain and pleasure are the same damn thing. Now I'm gonna stay me and more. I go in the ring, I need a win. again. Won't somebody please tell me when? It ain't gonna hurt no more. I go to work and I do my job, get on my knees and pray to heaven above, and still I don't know if it's enough to try and even up the score. Dig out the batteries and test the connections, see if I can find the intersection of all my pain and pure perfection, where it don't hurt no more. Finally, it's time to play. Sound check in and get on stage. Bartender will count it away. Key of E44. I feel like finally I found my two-stepping on a plywood floor. Yeah, I think I have one more. It ain't gonna hurt no more. Dim lights in a smoke-lit room. The smell of cigarettes like cheap perfume. I always feel like I left too soon when they kick me out the door. Pedal steel and a long stop beer. If they let me, well, I'll live right here. The more I think, more it becomes clear. It ain't gonna hurt no more. More everything comes clear. It ain't gonna hurt no more. With a circle beyond broken, we're by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a bit on my way in the sky, Lord, in the sky, in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Ditty for it. Now, friends, neighbors, streaming viewers, I gotta tell you, I got a new song. I know in the last couple of years, there's been a lot of crazy theories floating around, and most of the time I listen to the flat earth thing. You know, I can kind of get how you could get into that, and horse medicine if you want, you know, like, sure, like, a lot of them I don't get, but I can understand how people go there, because when I was 18 years old, I moved to Austin and I got a job at a plant nursery, and it was out there on B Caves Road and Highway 360, and the kitsch of the whole place was that they had like thousands of pink yard flamingos, plastic things, out in front of the store, and it was basically a big like thumb up, you know, to the city of Westlake, because they came by one day and told the owner that he couldn't have a sign in front of his shop. Said, okay, I'll take down the sign, and then the next day there was thousands of pink yard flamingos out there. But at this time in my life, I was kind of getting into some conspiracy stuff, and I started to see flamingos everywhere I went, and I was convinced for a short period of time that there was definitely a Flamingo Mafia that was monitoring everyone's actions and possibly was the root of all evil in the world, so to speak. And I think I'm mostly past it now, but every once in a while I'll see a flamingo and I'll think, Well, gather around, my friends, I have something to tell about a certain group of people that do not wish us well. Well, you've probably seen them everywhere, even in these trying times. Well, this certain group of people seem to be doing just fine. They'll probably won't admit it. They'll probably stop you before you start. Well, all these certain people have pink flamingos in their yard. I used to work for this guy. He had thousands of other things. He's always hiding in his office, saying that he was working. All kinds of people would come by. Sometimes money would change hands. It was in these early days that I came to understand that they're not just ornamental, they're a signal tried and true. To those who prefer pink, to the old red, white, and blue, a signal to come back here when everything begins, that you know that you'll be around your pinkish friends. I once drove a van of them 100 miles, nobody said a word. I just nodded hi, hello, then they took them funny birds, gave me cash and left me standing in a dusty parking lot. It was then I felt their beady eyes, knew I was being watched. So I hightailed it back to town, and I saw them all along the way. On houses, flags, and billboards, this was Flamingo, USA. And then all the things that scared me, well, it started to make sense. Well, there had to be some reason for all of this flamboyance. Like how mass shooters always have at least one leg on the ground. How chemtrails seem to line up with migration rounds. Don't you think it's kind of funny that the Federal Reserve has just as many syllables as a flamingo bird? Well, I heard they were right there on the grassy knoll, and I know they were in Cuba when Castro took control. So what are we to do to preserve our way of life? We must find these feathered fiends and force them all into a fight. Well, now, even if you don't believe a single word I said, I just planted the bird seed of doubt well deep inside your head. It may be many years from now, it could be someone you love, but you'll start to wonder, was this whole thing a flamingo inside job? So kick back, talk to your friends, but if someone says something untrue, well, please do not pretend that all viewpoints must be valid, that all voices may be heard. Otherwise, you might go chasing the elusive flamingo bird.
A little something to lighten your day. This next song is a song I wrote after reading an article in National Geographic. And being the musician that I am, and a bit of the music history nerd that I am, I was already aware of murder ballads and their history, but here's a brief synopsis. Out in the hills of Kentucky, and through popular music, there's things called murder ballads. And as you may have guessed, somebody gets murdered in a murder ballad. And usually it's because somebody's done somebody wrong, or somebody stole something, or somebody's trying to cover up something that somebody else did wrong. But it always ends in the same place. Well, researchers have tracked these songs from Appalachia, and they, found the same song from England 600 years before. Which is really a beautiful thing, because when you think about it, it means we're all having the same problems, and it reverberates with us in the same way over the years, all the way back to Cain and Abel. And in this National Geographic article, they said that researchers at the University of Kentucky have recently found a cave painting that they believe to be the world's first murder ballad. And again, being the songwriter I am, I just can't leave something like that alone. So here's my best interpretation of the cave painting. Grog feels so lonely. Grog just sit at home. Brother has a nice house on the hill, made out of mammoth bone. Brother has a woman, prettiest in the land. Grog knows brother's ugly. Why does woman take his hand? Well, Grog thinks life is not fair. Drinks more pop wine. One day everything's gonna change. Gonna make that woman mine. Hey! One day Grog goes by the creek, woman picks berries there. Woman smiles at Grog, Grog feels lighter than air. Grog carries woman's bushel, catches her fishes too. Woman says she loves Grog's brother, but Grog don't think that's true. Grog knows brother's lazy, brother don't deserve a thing. Grog drinks more papa wine, Chapin to save her teeth. Well, Grog thinks he makes big mistake. Wakes up in brother's home. Brother and brother are lying there, and blood on the mammoth bone. Grog tells everyone saber-tooth tiger sneaks in the middle of the night. Everyone believes Grog, oh, why would Grog lie? Grog goes home and weeps, finishes pawpaw wine, buries saber-teeth under a tree, but no one will ever find it. Hey! Grog spends rest of days in a cave drinking pawpaw wine. Grog chases everyone away, Grog out of his mind. Wonders how the world will go on, saber-tooth strikes again. With brother killing brother, eventually the world will end well. Grog misses brother, Grog misses woman too. Grog paints all this on the wall and digs up a saber-tooth. Hey! Well, he walks these hills in a mammoth skin veil. We visits their graves when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Nobody knows well about their love. Nobody knows but Grog. Yabba dabba doo. Are we doing on time? It is is dang fine to be back in Austin, Texas, I tell you. I've been working in New York City for most of this year on a big art installation. And, you know, if you see the way that I'm dressed right now, that's how I dress when I'm in New York City, because that's how I dress. So it's a bit of a fish out of water situation. I mean, don't get me wrong, I found out how to get bagels and ride the subway, so that's a life win, you know, right there. But I'd say probably the best part was working with a bunch of Irish carpenters that were helping me build this thing. And on maybe the first or second day, I was kind of getting to know them, and, you know, yeah, I'm from Texas and I play music, and I'll go, oh yeah, what kind of stuff you play? Oh, songwriter, country stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, we like that stuff, yeah. You written anything since you've been up here? I said, I wrote the song last night called Can't See It From My House. And there was an eruption of Irish laughter. And for those of you that don't know, Can't See It From My House is a age-old carpenter's saying that means, yeah, good enough for me, or whatever. And truly, for the next, 4 months, I got to know those guys, and probably just, my best friends in New York City, I can say. Boiled noodles and super glue, zip ties and a 2x2, roll of plastic and some copper pipe. Hide the edge and we'll be just fine. Bale and wine and a ball of twine. Are you sure this thing looks right? I got something in the back of the truck. 20 minutes and I'll fix you up. Well, I can't see it from my house. Getting that'll be about 2 weeks. Ain't no point in a losing sleep. Price of lumber is a dang shame. Shake my hand and tell me your name. I was told the check was in the mail. Pretty sure I saw a bucket of nails. Beer cans on the job site. A little luck and we'll be alright. Well, I can't see it from my house. Foam filler and a tube of caulk, air compressor and some classic rock. Toenailed at least 3 times. First thing before you down, do it right. Add some blocking just to make it style. Yeah, I think we can figure it out. Everything's going down the drain. I guess everything's about the same. Well, I can't see it from my house. I can tell you if I make it home, pull my nose off the grindstone, I never think about this place again. It was always just a means to an end. Your checks in your bank account ain't what life is really about. Good friends and having fun. Carpenter's house is never done. Well, I can't see it from my house. So like I said, I got to know these carpenters, and they got a whole other deal going on with these things called unions up there. And I ain't never worked with any union carpenters before. I worked with a lot of carpenters here in Texas, and I didn't really know what that was gonna be, but god dang it, those fellas work hard. And one of them, the oldest of the bunch, a real thinker, said, Tyler, I'm coming up. I'll be hitting my 400 hours in a few weeks, and that's it for me retirement, heading back to Ireland. I was flabbergasted because I've never met a carpenter that retired from being a carpenter before. That ain't a thing that happens down here. You may retire and go do something else, but you don't retire, you know what I mean? And he was going on back to the farm in Ireland with, you know, his wife and his family, and had a bunch of donkeys. I thought that sounded pretty cool. So when I was writing this, I thought about him. His name's Adrian. I thought maybe he deserves a little tribute for his 30 years of work. Well, I came away when I was a buck and I standing on floors and I toiled in the muck. But if anyone asks me, well, I say it's fine, 'cause you never see it from my house. Well, I level and plumb, I down hardware and doors, and I made rocking horses you can't buy in stores. My family and friends, well, I couldn't ask for, well, you never see it from my house. Back on the farm with the donkeys and hills, one on tractor and me on the wheel. Thanks to the union, I won't buy it still, but you'll never see it from my house. Well, you'll never, ever, ever see it from Ireland. Happy retirement, Adrian. Y'all think? Good? One more? One more. Let's see, talked about the flamingos, I talked about the cavemen, I think I talked about pain, I think I talked about love. I'm really honing in on it now, okay? I do want to... I got a song coming out here this month, or whenever this thing comes out, it might be out already. But in the year 2022, on December 3rd, I will be going back to my hometown and doing a live album with my band. And this is a song about, well, getting up to no good, which is something I'm pretty good at, and making the drive between Conroe, Texas, and Austin. Done it many times. Well, I departed from Montgomery, my eyes wide and hungry, my ears were aching for a song. As I cruised down 105, trying hard to feel alive, looking at the pines that have been there for so long. Well, I stopped in Navasota, Subway and Coca-Cola, and I felt myself coming around the bend. Well, I think I'll be alright, 'cause I'm pretty sure tonight I'll be in Austin and I'll party with my friends. There was some rambling conversation. Did you see the Asian Cajun back there on the left side of the road? When some blue and red lights came a-cutting through the night, Trooper asked me, son, exactly what's your load? Well, that's just my old guitar. You can see her, here you are. But no, sir, you can't look inside the case. Well, just then he got a call. Said you're lucky you were y'all. But bet that I remember your face. So tell me, who's gonna go out rambling on the midnight? Gonna go out and shooting like a star. And all the time, it's not so far.
And tell me who's gonna wear good times like a bandolero, gonna go out and running through the night. Get a ticket, hop a train, get there anywhere you can. Let's just go out roaming through the night. Yeah, well, traffic's all backed up, 35's completely nuts, and I don't know if I can get there from here. Well, we made it to the barn. You should probably wait in the car. Hello, sir, please fill my truck up with beer. And then the party that happened later made its way into the paper. Ben tells the story better, we agree. When I was burning to be alive, I had one beer that night for every person that wasn't here with me. So tell me who's gonna go out riding on the midnight, gonna go out and shooting like a star, and all the time it's not so far. And tell me who's gonna wear good times like a bandolero, gonna go out and running through the night. Get a ticket, hop a train, get there anywhere you can. Let's just go out roaming through the night.